Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Solid Ironshield. Alright, you guys, on this episode, we left the Barrow Downs, right, in the battle. I'm here in Thorin's Hall back at the Blue Mountains. I did one of my swift travel abilities to come here real quick. I want to just quickly, these quests are way under leveled now, but I'd like to just quickly turn in these quests for fun, for those people who really wanted to turn some of our quests in from back at level 5 with the dwarves, and then I'm going to take a quick swift travel back to Bree, and we will talk to Strider. And then I am kind of thinking today, if we get enough in this episode, depending on how much we get through, I think we're going to go to Trestle Bridge soon and do a couple quests there. Not a lot. And, well, we can decide. We can either go to Trestle Bridge or the Lowlands. Let's see where the book takes us, and then we'll decide to go north or east, depending on which way from Bree. Give you a quick show what I'm talking about. So, Breeland. So we can go to the north to Trestle Bridge, and then to the North Downs, or we could go to the east to the Lowlands where Weathertop is. So we're probably, I forget what the book says, I think we go to Lowlands, so we'll probably do that one. So anyway, let's turn these in real quick. So Bavro here, Bavro, we were getting him the gears. We're not going to do more of the gears because it's really long, but we can do that again. I said it way back many episodes ago. If you want to do those, leave a comment. You're like, I really like a video just on that. We'll just do those. One of the videos or something for fun.
At your service.
And your families! Ha ha! This looks like the gear! It goes here, or maybe here. I don't know. No matter, I will work it out and give time as I assure it. I'm sure of it.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Ha ha! The first gear has seen better days, but it's not beyond repair. I'll get work on it, while you look for the second gear. According to the old records, the second gear was hidden in a chest in some old ruins to the south, the Vales of Thrain. The ruins on the west side of the Vale off the road across the Vale from Noglong. The records indicate the chest is somewhere on the south side of the ruins. One thing you should be aware of, though, is that the goblins have overturned ruins. Be careful. We're going to not pick up this quest right now, guys. We're going to move on to the next one. And the reason being is, where is Flossie? Is Flossie out front? Okay, yeah, he's out front. So we'll talk to Flossie on the way out here. The main reason I'm not going to do those quests is because you actually, he bounces you back and forth. You have to come back to him over and over, and normally you do it while you're questing through through Thorin's Hall and through Aaron Lewin, because it's he does them in certain places depending on where you're doing quests, but it's too much work to go back and forth, too much time. Again, we're trying to streamline the series for fun, voiceovers, and stories.
I am at your service.
I am at your service. Ah, there she is. Thank you, Zolan. I've been sad news. A friend of mine told me that the cave's been tapped to get dry. There's not but fool's gold in there. But don't you worry. I'll find my claim one of these days. Sweet. We will take the staff. We can't use it. We'll sell it. Sweet. The lost tool. We brought him back his pickaxe. We're so nice, right? Alright. I'm going to run down to the horse place. We're going to do a swift travel over to the Prancing Pony. We're going to talk to Strider and continue on Book 1, Chapter 12. The Black Rider's Designs. Let's see what we got. Strider awaits your return in his room at the Prancing Pony of Bree. The entrance. Let's click on this guy real quick.
What do you want?
Bree. There we go. To the entrance leading from the Barrow Downs to the Great East Road in the north. Travel back to Bree and tell Strider what you learned of the Witch King's plans. See those people that Strider was getting info from, you guys? It wasn't just his rangers. It was us. Yeah. Alright, we're back in Bree. Quickly get back on our goat here. Dusty Nimblefoot Goat, whose name is Remy, as we named him many episodes ago. Alright. You guys can enjoy the ambiance of Bree at night. I'll be quiet. You can hear some swords over on the side, right? It's cool. I love all the sound effects you hear. It was a cat. Chicken, some in the background. It's pretty cool. I love that stuff. I did a audio music class with a professor. I really awesome, Craig. He's awesome professor. Loved his class at a college here I go to, Channel Islands University, and it's such a good class with audio stuff. I really appreciate now sound effects. Like, I always loved music and sound effects behind movies and games, but like now I realize how much work goes into doing every little sound effect and recording it and putting it and making it sound realistic where it doesn't sound like just stuck there. Very, very cool. So anyway, shout out to my Professor Craig. Awesome. Oh, the door to the Strider's room is locked. Talk to Bolivar and Butterbeer. Butterbeer. Okay, we're running back. We're gonna talk to him. My cousin told me that this place is to be quench your thirst after traveling dry and dusty East Road.
One thing drives out another.
One thing drives out another. Oh, hello there again. I was so busy I didn't see you. But there's never a moment's peace here. If I may say so, I was worried that you'd sour my beer for letting Mr. Underhill and his friends go off without the ranger. No, we're not that vindictive. Don't worry. He who? Oh, why, that would be Mr. Gandalf, of course. They say he's a wizard or some such. Let's say there must be something to those tales, for my beer's never been better. He was so pleased. Begging your pardon, but I do run on something. Gandalf said to send someone looking for Strider up to his room. It's up the stairs just beyond Strider's room. Okay. Oh, Gandalf's here at the Prancing Pony. Okay, back up we go. Walking through. I'm inside my guy's head right now because it's kind of nicer when you're in small rooms, I feel, to see things. Whoop. It's Gandalf. Nice little room here. Oh, I like the lighting effect right there. It's kind of cool. See, there's a really cool lighting effect too in the game. Look at the shadows. I appreciate that graphic design. All right, we'll stop right there. Okay, Gandalf.
Why do you disturb me?
Why do you disturb me? Ah, Zolin, if it has been too long since, but by the look on your face, I surmise that your presence here is not to extend mere, courtesy. That word, by a mere look on your face and presence here is not to extend mere, courtesies. It's courtesies. Dang it, I knew the word, and I almost said it twice, and I couldn't say it. I messed my own self up. Courtesies to me. Ah, yes, of course. Strider is one of you seek, though he is no longer here. Agmar's rise is grim news indeed. But I am not surprised. Nevertheless, I cannot turn aside from my own task, for the fate of Middle-earth hangs upon it. I shall deliver your message to the Ranger. Now go, for it is on your hands to end the plots of the Witch King, whether east or north. I bid you go. Future farewell.
I need your assistance.
I need your assistance. You have done much for the good people of Breland, but the shadow of Agmar spreads far and wide. I have heard from Gwaihir, the Windlord, that another of my older has been found corruption in the lowlands east of Bree. It may even be related to the dangers you encountered in the Barrow Downs, a Great Barrow. Unfortunately, Radagast is given to wandering and will be difficult to find. I would ask you to enlist the assistance of the Rangers in finding his location. There is one here in Breland, Serendon, who will be able to aid you. Head out of Bree, through the west gate, and turn north along the Greenway. Seek Serendron at his cabin on the east side of the Greenway, across from, Thorley's work site. Sounds good. All right, we can definitely do that here. So, you guys, they are sending us, I believe they're sending us, let's see. Where did they send us here? Oh, they actually are sending us up north a little bit. So, depending on how the chapter sends it, they send us enough north, we will go to Trestle North Downs. I think it's a really pretty area, so I'd like to let you guys see it for the ambiance. Again, I might make a series on Voice of the Rings that's like, I take you just through just to see things, and I'll just tell you about things and let you enjoy the ambiance of the game, because some people don't want to commit to, like, you know, getting into the game. They just enjoy watching Lord of the Rings stuff and seeing these beautifully done games. It's really well done. I mean, And now that I'm recording this all in 2K and 4K and whatever, it's like it comes out pretty darn nicely. I mean, look at the sky. Look at the freaking sky. Look at the... It's just so cool. I love it. Anyway, we're going to ride north real quick. Up north along the Greenway. But the Greenway heads north, right? Along Bree, the... Green... Is this all the Greenway? I'm trying to remember if the Greenway loops up like an L, or if this is the Great East Road... I believe is to the right. It doesn't say the roads, does it? Well, it only says it once you're on it. We'll worry about that later. Alright, now entering the southern Bree fields. So I'm just going to let you guys kind of enjoy the ambiance. We might end up picking up some of these quests if they're on level, if we're going to be working in this area anyway for the chapters. But we'll see what happens. The problem is, I believe these quests are now lower than us and will cause us to delay a lot. Let's just look real quick.
Could I speak with you a
They're
moment?
way low. They're level 14, so we're going to skip them. We're going to keep going. Haha, there we are! Voice of the Rings! Zolan and our kin, Voice of the Rings, again! If you guys want to join the kin and you're subscribed to my channel, I will gladly invite you. Crick Hollow is the server I'm on. In fact, if enough people started playing, and look at that, we're already rank 3. It's also been a few days. It'll be a long time till we're rank 7 and I can buy a kin house, though. It takes a couple months of real time. Alright, so I believe the ranger is here to the right, so this is kind of like they're building this area, Breland, and they're like have some farms to the left here. So I believe he's right up here. Yep, there he is. Alrighty. So I think it's Seirandon. Seirandon. I think it's Seirandon. He's also a horse place, and he's got some other quests for us, so...
What do you need?
What do you need? I must confess that I did not know where Radagast was bound when he left here, other than eastward into the lowlands. The Lone Lands. I do not know that he was concerned with lighting which he saw upon the peak of Weathertop. One of my kinsmen, Candace, has already journeyed to Weathertop to investigate. Perhaps Radagast has joined him there. If you wish, my horse would bear you to Candace's camp. He's got some other quests, though, for us. See, now it's sending us to the Lowlands. So we're probably going to end up not going to Tristlebridge North, because I want to follow the books. We're going to head to the Lowlands, which is east, instead of going north, more north.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service? Trying to decide right now if we should do these or not. Let's see. We could probably do one or two to talk with. Let's just do this, a couple story ones here. Because he's a main character, so I'm assuming he'll have some good story ones, even with his helpful ones. So, my brethren's call. Your reputation... Let's hear it. I want to hear his voice one more time. Make sure I'm getting the right voice.
What do you need?
What do you need? Your reputation precedes you. You are well aware of your efforts here in Breland and abroad. We, the Rangers of the North, thank you for all you have done. I wonder, though, are you willing to aid us even more? Are you willing to stand against the foes that have long risen up against the men of Middle-earth, threatening to tear us out by our roots and make this world over in the grim vision of evil? Visage, that's what it was, of evil. I think you are willing and able. If you are, for the reason that I ask you, to make your way north along the Greenway to the place where the pass cuts towards the eastern hills, there is the ruins of the Greenway Fort. You will find one of my brethren. His latest reports tell me of a great danger growing out of the north, and he is indeed in need of much assistance.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service? The Thornleys, farmers and workers of these lands, for many generations, have been spared much danger from the brigands. Word has reached me, however, that the patriarch of the family has gone missing, as he went to deal with foes out of the north. If you are willing, I would ask you to visit Rose Thornley to the West at her home and ask after the well-being of her husband. Of course, we can do that real quick. Again, like I told you guys in a couple episodes ago, this game really gives you a lot of words that aren't read often. So forgive me if I get stumped on some of them and have to do the whole sound out phonics kind of thing on it. Yes. Probably wouldn't believe me, but I actually have dyslexia. And over many years, my mom let me play this game. It actually helped me because I would type to my friends before there was lots of voice programs, right? There was like, I think Ventrilo, but I didn't use it a lot when I was really young, when I was in early high school.
What do you need?
And it helped me actually get better with defeating or overcoming the dyslexia, which if you have dyslexia, it's not always a down thing, you guys. Like, for all the people out there that might have dyslexia, or a little bit or a lot, like, I don't have as much as other people that I know, but at the same time, I do have it worse than some people who have minor dyslexia. But you have bonuses. If you have that kind of thing in your brain, it's actually not necessarily a bad thing. You probably have something else better in your, like, you have a better ability in something. So try to find the other things you're good at, and you can overcome it with good practice too, like where you can read pretty fluently still. But occasionally I get a word where I get tired. That's why I wear my glasses sometimes when I'm having allergies, and I'm like, oh, but I kind of stumble a little because like something flips and I have to flip it back in my mind. But it's kind of a fun little challenge, you know. Challenges are fun in life, but overcoming them is even more fun. So anyway, we're gonna do Rose. Okay, we're gonna do her voice, girl voice. Oh gosh, we told those low voices in the last episode. Here we go.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, Rob has gone missing, but how do you know this? Are you one of those southerners looking to steal this place? You'll find that you work harder than the land we live on. No, you are not, are you? Sent then by the rangers, never did trust them much, sulking about in the cover of night, never talking properly like, but I must admit I feeling gratitude lately, leastwise since Rob's gone missing. Rob went out with his father's sword, trying to scare off those brusty men from the north. He left a few days back and has yet to come home. I am running out of excuses to tell the workers. Please, will you find him? Yes, of course we can help you out there. So there's a quest around the corner here. I wonder if it's something. So these are all the farmer hands, I believe.
Stay a moment.
Stay a moment. Hey, have you seen bears around here? They struggled so close to the farm both days and night that he's got like a nasally sound in his nose that I think that they are either growing tame or worse. If they continue to come closer to the farm, then it's possible they will attack. And if you put the horses in their stables before then, well, the Thorleys will certainly lose much. If you're willing, I can offer up some coin for thinning out the bears around the area, and you will find the bears I am seeking of roaming about the old Greenway fort in the east throughout the Brandywine Hills in the west. Return to me when you've culled this lot. We might need to get a little XP. I think what we might do is we'll accept all these right now, and I will do them. And when you guys come back for the next episode, we will turn them in and do the voices again, voiceovers. I think so we'll do. So let's grab a couple more of these. We don't need to do Lowlands right now, so I'm going to close that one. This is, we're probably not going to go to... Okay. And then I do want to talk with the ranger at the end of this episode, though, so we'll get that.
Stay a moment.
Stay a moment. Greetings, friend. Did you Mrs.? Oh, did the missus send you over to talk to me? I've told her again, time and again. Mr. Thorny, too, the horses will get spooked if we bring them in with what goes on here at night. There are wolves on the lands, and they've gone into den to the west of here, where the Brandy Hills begin to rise in the distance. Until we thin out the numbers of the wolves, we cannot risk the horses being moved here. If we thin out the numbers, I will think about bringing the horses out of here to the farms. I'll even pay you to get the help we need. Interested? Sure, we'll help you out. Just need to see where they are. Okay, got it.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Might I take a moment of your time? The others are concerned about the cavernous, carnivores stalking about these lands, but I am worried about the boars. They are certainly capable of eating meat, but if there is bending habits that concerns me. The number of boars in the lands is enough to trample down the surrounding fields and destroy the food supplies we need for the animals. Are certainly capable of... yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been not meat, but whatever. It is for this reason that I would ask you to hunt the boars. Will you help? We will, of course. Alright, sweet. So we'll grab those quests. I want to go over to the ranger and talk to the ranger and see what he gives us to do. The one helping one. And then we'll finish these quests. I mean, I'll finish these quests. I will actually do the killing and find, what's his name? Rob. And then Thornley. And once I've found them all and done those, you guys will rejoin me and I will turn them in. And then I think we will head to the lowlands. No, Lonelands. The lowlands are the ones that are LOW lands, and those are in Arid Lwyn, which we talked about in a couple episodes ago. And the Lone lands are LONE lands are where we're going to go, where Weathertop is. The old fortress of Amansul. Here he is. Here's one of the rangers, Andreg. Hello, Andreg.
Greetings.
Greetings. Whoa, it's a wolf. Right. Greetings. Sarandon is a man of his word, as am I. Your arrival comes at a critical moment. There's much work to do, and too few of us here to complete all that must be done. Perhaps we will show the progress of this foe by our combined efforts. Slow the progress of this foe by our combined efforts. This, at least, is a good hope to have. Heck yeah, it is. What do we got?
Might I take a moment of your time?
Might I take a moment of your time? Is that the right voice? It's a little scratchy I'm doing. I'll try it one more time.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Might I take a moment of your time? I think it's more like that. It's not quite as scratchy. I have been watching the moment of the orcs crossing into Breland from the North Downs and fear that before we move to assist those besieged in the North Downs, we must first strengthen the borders here. I have seen the orcs making their way south through the pass near Trestle Bridge to a small encampment on the east side of the Greenway. It is there I must first send you to fight back the enemy and lay them low. You will find the orcs north of the location to the east of the Greenway. Return to me when the deed is done. Is complete.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Could I speak with you a moment? Though it brings me no pleasure, I hope that you find nothing in your investigations. I must ask you to complete a grisly task while you purge the orc from Breland. The orcs have come from the North Downs, and the simplest trail for them to follow will have been through the beleaguered town of Trestle Bridge. I would ask you to search the orcs you fell for the signs of a struggle against the people of the North Downs in the form of cloth made by men. Should you find anything of the sort, return to me here at my post. Alright. So my friends, my fellow Voice of the Rings friends. So we will end here for this episode. On the next with how back in the voice of Zolan Ironshield, your golden... Oh, not golden. Yes, your golden dwarf. No, your host and guide, Zolan Ironshield. So, for the next episode, I will have all these done quests. We will turn them into Andred and through the farmers, hopefully find the person, and then we will head back. We might talk to the guy in Trestle Bridge, possibly. We'll see. I don't know if that'll take too much time, but then we're going to head down, as you can see down here, under my visual of where my camera is. We're going to go along the road down here, go underneath us, right, to the lowlands. And then we'll head over to the lowlands and get to go into that quest and talk to the ranger to help find Radagast, right? That's what our goal is. So, until the next time we meet, thank you again for watching The Voice of the Rings. And I am your host and guide, Zolan Ironshield. Until next we meet. Goodbye, everyone.